Watch out!
Well, Pokemon fans, the week is reaching its end, and with that, the Freak Leak has also been fully released. Yeah, no more wacky fanfiction scripts from Game Freak employees, and after this video, no more direct insight to what Pokemon Gen 10 or Legends EA will be like, at least until the next leak. But don't worry, there's a lot to dissect with the info that we did get, and it's absolutely wild. So strap up your boots, kiddos, because just like in my last video, a new snippet of information relating directly to Pokemon Legends EA has been revealed, and we're going to talk about that. But I also want to take today to discuss a surprising aspect of the leaks that I'm not seeing many people talk about: Pokemon's scrapped spin-offs and the implications of their existence for mainline Pokemon. So that'll be the main topic for today, but as I mentioned, let's first discuss the direct ZA leak that we got, as it's a huge revelation. The leaks have revealed to us what time period Pokemon Legends ZA will take place in, and it will, in fact, not take place in the past like Legends Arceus did. Now, this is huge, and as a Legends game, I think it's pretty clear that it's also not going to take place in the present either. So, what does that leave? Yeah, the future. This solidifies an early theory I've had for the next Legends game, even before Legends EA was revealed, that they'd surprise us all with making the setting futuristic rather than archaic. A big reason I felt this way was because of how much Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leaned so heavily into the concepts of the past and future. So I figured it was clear Game Freak was interested in specifically exploring the future in a dedicated game, since they had already explored the past in depth in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this actually has me more excited for Pokemon Legends EA than I already was, since I'm a huge fan of cyberpunk aesthetic, and knowing that ZA takes place entirely within Lumiose City means we might have a pretty stylized game on our hands. A concrete jungle as our playground in Pokemon is entirely new, so this game is bound to be a breath of fresh air in more ways than one. Now, more than ever, I want to redirect our eyes back to the map for Legends EA, as I've discussed in the past how much it reminds me of the layout of Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. And what's so interesting about that is that just like Midgar, ZA's map seems to be divided into sectors, and I have little doubt that each sector will be fitted to support a particular biome, so that all walks of Pokemon life can coexist with humans here. We actually had something like this in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Indigo Disc DLC, so picture that, but larger and denser, and with buildings, houses, and people filling the areas up more. Let's also not forget that in X and Y, the dividing roads were named after seasons, and to me, that lends further credence to the theory that the redevelopment project proposed by the Quasar Company will want to craft biomes for supporting diverse Pokemon life. We'll likely get a tropical area, a forest area, a desert area, snowy area, and possibly a dedicated urban area for normal and fighting types. I'm shying away from the concept of a volcanic biome in the city because that just sounds overly dangerous and a little weird, but hey, the world of Pokemon already seems wacky and dangerous, so maybe it'll be the 5th area anyways, with the center of the map being the dedicated urban area. Regardless, the implications of this futuristic setting can't be overstated, and I look forward to the variety of side quests, story beats, and fun surprises that await us. Perhaps we'll also get to explore above and below the city, similar to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but time will tell. I, for one, really want to see the Paris catacombs, and maybe even a sky area up above. If you have any fun ideas for what we might see, realistic or not, please comment them down below so we can all jump in on the conversation. Okay, so that was a pretty crazy revelation, right? Well, boy then, do I have something to show you, because the craziness keeps going. Alongside all the Gen 10 and Legends EA leaks, we got some builds for Pokemon spin-off games, some of which were developed either solely by or in collaboration with Game Freak, which is insane since Game Freak usually doesn't make spin-off games. But take a look at this unreal game. This is called Pokemon Rodeo. As the name suggests, you can ride big Pokemon. You're supposed to tame these rampaging mons and then ride around on them. But the fun doesn't stop there. Your Pokemon can attack while you're riding them. And it's widely believed this game was supposed to be an online co-op experience. Not only can you attack with your giant ride Pokemon, but you can call out tiny Pokemon to assist you in battle as well, as you see here with Piplup coming out and spraying bubbles. Now, I just want to take a moment to appreciate the awesome animations here. Not only when taming the Pokemon, but also how some of the Pokemon hold you. Like, look at Electivire's wires holding you behind him as he lunges at the enemy. It's just so freaking cool. What's really sad about all this though is that supposedly, this game is canceled and no longer in development. However, not all is lost. Okay, developers crafted this system, and I do think the amount of detail and love put into it will be implemented in a future game. Now, whether that's another spin-off game, or perhaps this is more so what Ride Pokemon will function like in Legends EA, or a future Pokemon Legends game, remains to be seen. Either way, it's gonna be really cool, and I do firmly believe we will see this gameplay in a title one day. Now, there has been some speculation on whether or not this game got converted to Pokemon Unite, and that's definitely possible. However, it's more likely that this game got converted to another upcoming spin-off game that has not been canceled, codenamed Spinoffs. Spinoffs is a Pokemon game that's explained to be Splatoon-like by the hacker, and Pokemon Rodeo's files indicate that the developers were talking about how Splatoon inspired this game, Pokemon Rodeo. So, if Rodeo has indeed become Spinoffs, the comparison to Splatoon might just be that it's an arena fighter rather than an arena shooter. There was one other spin-off game that Game Freak was developing, and it was a WarioWare-like title that has little Pokemon minigames that exclusively use retro graphics, and often graphics and assets from actual mainline Pokemon games. I think that if this game never does come to fruition, it could be included in some sort of reprised game corner in a future Pokemon game. That would be super cute, kind of like how you can play that card game in The Witcher 3. But what has you guys most excited though? What did you enjoy the most from this batch of leaks? Please comment your thoughts down below, as well as any fun ideas you have for the future of Pokemon, and afterwards, check out more of my videos, such as the Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe, which just aired its 8th episode last Sunday, and more episodes to come every Sunday for the next few weeks. So go ahead and catch up. I've been JotoJohnny, and I will catch you all there.